Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Just crafting up yet another Eye of Harmony here. We are up to, what, 8? I think 8 of Eye of Harmonies. We have 4 in the overworld, yeah, and 4 in here. We are kind of losing some power. I have thrown another astral array in the tier 9 one. We'll see that when we go back to the base, but yeah, we are actually dropping power here. We're definitely starting to build up our resources like black dwarf matter and white dwarf matter. We have a lot of that stuff, but yeah, we're kind of losing power. It's a bit hard to tell because these don't actually, they just produce it all in one chunk, so sometimes it's a bit hard to tell when you're crafting how much power, if you are gaining or losing. I'm sure there's, ways to track that stuff that I haven't set up. Probably like open computers and stuff. Could do like a average power and gain kind of thing. But yeah, we're losing a bit of power, so I need to get more of these. So we're not going to be doing any more astral arrays for the time being. We're definitely just going to be crafting these up and just speeding up all the crafting. Basically, every time I just do a big craft, I'm like, well, where do we have to improve it? All right, we'll do this, and then we spam our multi-blocks, improving our power gen. I think I need to put the things on, don't we? Did I do this? Yeah. I'm trying to remember how I... Right, I have 2 separate ones. The ones in the overworld are on 1. This one is on 2 separate. I thought it was on 2 separate ones. That's why I grabbed 4. But then I started doubting myself. I just realized where... I'm getting myself all sorts of confused here. Oh, no. What am I talking about? Yeah, these go to... Of course, these go to the subnet. I was thinking these had to go to the main network, but no, of course not. They go to the subnet. Been a long day. But, alright. We'll do this. I'm just kind of doing that. We could run like a big long cable if we wanted to, but just doing that. I don't know. I never said I was good at making good looking things. Alright. Oh, before I do that, I probably need to craft up another tier 10. I think we should have enough of those whatever stuff and pumice from the Deep Dark. I don't have like an unlimited supply because it doesn't run permanently, but we have a decent amount of stacks. Yeah, 5. So we have 8 stacks there. Oh, we have 8 stacks of both, actually. So we have enough for 8 more of those things. And then I'll have to just turn that back on in the Deep Dark to get a few more stacks. Alright. Go. Put that in there. I just didn't want it to be filling it with hydrogen and helium when it couldn't turn on. I do need to, yeah. I figured it was 4. Thought I would double check. Alright, cool. That should be filling up. And it is. Alright, well there we go. We got our 6th. How many do we have producing? We have 5 producing power now. feel like I had more than that. Well, I'm just gonna have to keep going here. I'm just double checking these all are emptying out. They do appear to be. Man, this looks so crazy. Let me just double check this is running, and then we will head back to the base. Also, I'm pretty sure the... Yep, there it goes. And it's producing power. So, what is it? 12.9 trillion, I think it is. 12.9 trillion each, but when you are crafting stuff up, it quickly depletes your power, especially when you're running our DTPFs. What were we running them at? Like 100 trillion per tick or whatever it's doing, so yeah. We just need more of those. So basically, yeah, I think just crafting up more Hive Harmonies. That's kind of where we're at before we get into the fun stuff. We are kind of... I'm not going to start worrying about these, but we are kind of starting to get to the point where it's not unfeasible. I probably could craft one up right now. I mean... Yeah, these field generators, that's pretty expensive, but like Shirobon, we get from the QFD. Spacetime, we have just unlimited. 16 quantum circuits is nothing. Now we have dense Universium and are producing that at a decent clip. But yeah, we really need to get the component assembly line is the next thing we need to upgrade. So yeah, I just don't want to like run out of power. So I need to keep crafting up the IF Harmonies. So that's kind of why I have been putting the other part off. But I think... Actually, I don't know. We need 43 of these. I am kind of curious. Do we have everything sorted now? We were short on Universium. I don't think we have enough Universium yet, actually. Yep, this is a complicated recipe. Yeah, we are quite short on Universium, but we're crafting it up. That's why we're getting all these IF Harmonies and Astral Arrays going in the IF Harmony. Also, how crazy is this base? Just, these things are so crazy. Every time I fly over here, I'm just like, wow. Alright, are you the one that's... Yes. So this one is running at 2 of these. And you can see it is using... What is that, 12... Or... What is that, 10 trillion? Yeah, that's, I think that's like 10 trillion EU per tick it's using, so... Gotta be careful, but it is doing 32 parallel. So when it does succeed, which is only at 20%, you do get 32 times that. So we're definitely getting the resources, but we are also definitely spending the thing. Didn't that say we had... I thought that said we had 15 million. I thought that... Didn't that say we had... Hold on. Didn't it say available, like, 15 million Universium? That was a bit weird. Maybe I misread that. I could also start... I don't need to do 43 at once, obviously. Yeah, Molten Universium available 19. Missing 8. Is it double reading that number? That feels like it's... That feels wrong, for sure. We don't have 19... Is that double? I think that's like double reading that number, isn't it? Hold on. 9646550 times 2. 19290. It's double reading that, I think. Not sure why that's happening. But I could start just crafting up, you know, 3 of these or something like that. 4. We need 43. I could start slowly crafting them up. And maybe I'll do this, and then I can kind of see where the if this comes up with any new types of bottlenecks. These aren't overly complicated to craft up. It's just they're expensive. So yeah, I mean, we used quite a bit of, what did we use? Like, for only 4 of them, we used quite a lot of Universium. So yeah, we really just need to keep doing Eye of Harmonies and getting the more astral arrays, but I can't really run those if we are running at a power deficit. Okay, I still have that annoying recipe, or there's something wrong with a recipe somewhere. So there's no, like, it has everything it can, but it doesn't want to start the recipe. And I had that issue before. I kind of got around it by just crafting up small amounts, but there is definitely something somewhere that is screwed up with the circuits, because we were having that issue with the quantum chess, which use the circuits as well. So I guess just kind of going through each thing here and crafting up the amount that we are trying to, and seeing where the thing is. So yeah, optical circuit boards, that doesn't seem to be the issue. I am crafting up, as we can see, I have 16 million optical processors. I did 2 batches of 10 million. So we will keep crafting those up. It's easier if I just batch craft them in advance. Just keep them in stock, basically. I'm not going to set up anything. I don't think I'm going to set up a recipe to, like, keep 10 million in stock or something like that. At least not for the time being. But I'm just going to basically go. See, if I, like, just do the 1, it's not an issue. But there's something that if I try, like, the 4 million, it just won't let me. And it's not the computer. Like, the computer's big enough, obviously. So I'm not sure what it is. I think I'm going to craft up. I have 16 million of those. I'm going to craft up a bunch of these, like 4 million of these, as you can see. That's what I'm doing. And yeah, it just helps with speeding up other things while I'm crafting up. I'm crafting up other stuff for the time being. We can see the component assembly line. We are crafting up the Eternity nanites at the moment. And you can also see I am actually using 131 trillion EU per tick. So this is where it's like, it's a bit hard for me to compute how much power we actually, if the base is just sitting overnight, are we gaining power? I don't know, because we'll be dropping power here, but overall we are probably making a net gain. But I am just, by crafting up so much stuff, I'm using the power. So that is why we really just need to spam Eye of Harmonies, which is kind of what I'm doing. I mean, I've even crafted up, now if you think about it, we've crafted up 8, but then we actually have the thing. So that's 2 more Eye of Harmonies. 3. We've crafted up 12 total tier 9 Eye of Harmonies. I mean, it's not like we're not making progress, but yeah. So yeah, and also you can see when I'm flying around my base and my computer is having to load in all the tile entities and stuff, it's getting a bit, we're losing some frames. So that is kind of one of the reasons I am starting to build some stuff in a different dimension. Just less for my computer to load in. It's not the best computer in the world, especially when we are recording and playing Minecraft and having OBS open and looking at websites and all sorts of stuff all at the same time. Yeah, it's making my computer struggle a bit. Okay, so I narrowed it down to the optical SMDs, and it's probably the superconductor wires. I haven't tested this, but say I need 8 million of these. Yep, there is something. I don't need 8 million, but there definitely is something. Also, ruthenium, that's kind of annoying to get. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Those are kind of annoying. Because ruthenium doesn't, I don't think ruthenium comes from the Eye of Harmony. I don't think there is one of those. I need to, we do, alright, let me I'm just trying to figure out what the heck is on here. So I need like 80 million of these. Yeah. So we need 2.5 million of those wires. I just wanted to get the correct amount. How it is working. See, this is where I'm like, what? Okay, so each of these things all work. Wait, is it the Xenoscene? I am running the thing, and it is in a digital singularity. But now I'm like, well, if I can craft up each of those combined, why are we having issues if I try to do it all together? So maybe it is something with the Xenoscene. All right, let me craft up. I'll craft up the individual parts and see if that works. This is like really stumping me because I don't even remember changing anything. Yeah, I don't even remember changing anything. It's like, I have a feeling it's like a storage bus issue, maybe? Like it's trying to pull something out, but it can't, but it sees it? I don't know. Okay, now it works after I've crafted up the 3 foils. So... not sure why I could craft it up individually, but it doesn't work in total. Man, this thing, I feel like I'm like Sherlock Holmes here, trying to like investigate, figure out what's going on here. Yeah, I do know we got Xenoscene running again. But it's really, I'm not sure if it was, it didn't work after I crafted up an Aquadria, the foils. But it did seem to work after the peak one. Alright. I might, after this is, I don't know. I might just leave it. Who knows? Yeah, see, like I can craft 500 million of these up, no problem. I don't get it. I don't know, I don't get it. Is it the Xenoscene? But I don't know why would Xenoscene be causing an issue? It's in a drive that works perfectly with other stuff, so I don't know. That is a weird... That's weird. The only thing I was thinking is we just recently changed... We just recently changed this for the Ender Pearls. I'm like, is that what's causing the issue? Like this being extract only or something? I don't know. Maybe well, no, because the superconductor wires weren't causing the issue. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna craft up the 4 million optical assemblies. We'll get that going, and I will try to figure this out. Wonder if I could try again. Yep. I mean, okay, so we don't have... I just used a whole bunch of Xenoscene. It's crafted up. We're getting... not super fast, though. Yeah, so what I actually am going to do right now, while those circuits are crafting up, is I'm going to set up the mixers. We need lots more mixers. I didn't do enough originally. So you can see 42 million high energy mixer we need. And I have, I don't remember how many we have. Not enough. So basically I'm going to redo these, and I'm not going to share... It's kind of fun hearing it all. I'm not going to share sides because it just makes it so complicated trying to copy over the crafting things. And we need, like, just looking at it, I'm like, I don't know. We need so many in the thing. Now, I don't know... I don't know if we necessarily need every single one of these. Like, this is such a rare craft that a lot of this stuff, the main ones are 1, 2, and 3, basically. Which then, if I say it like that, then I'm like, well, Can we just share sides? If we're not, but no, I don't think we will. So we'll just head on over to Mars and let the. I always just double check they're actually running, and they are. All right, so I think. Now this will probably be switched over to a P2P because we're going to run out of channels pretty quick. Although, no, yeah, we probably will. Actually, we definitely will if I don't share sides with that. I don't know. I may. Let me think about how I want to do this. I may just do like 4 numbers on the mixing machine and leave like the ones we rarely ever use. It's really just to craft up stuff that we do like millions of. I don't need it to do the occasional like Eglin steel, which is used in like 2 machines. So, all right. Yeah, I might just do this. It just takes up less room, less patches, output buses and stuff. Yeah, we'll come back. So as I was actually looking at crafting up the things, I need to craft up a whole bunch of the UMB things, and I was like, take a look. Because this is going to use the circuits that I'm actually crafting up, so that's why I was like, I'll wait till those start crafting up. Oh, it doesn't need that many circuits, does it? I thought it needed pico circuits, actually. I thought they needed pico circuits, but apparently it only needs those. I'm going to wait a little bit for that. But just looking at this, that's a mixing recipe. The cutting machine recipe, I mean, look how much you need. That's like hundreds of millions of these things. So even though I have, what do I have, 64 cutting multi-blocks, like it still takes a while. But the main kind of bottleneck here is the coolant. You really just need massive amounts of coolant for a lot of these recipes. So 10,000, 10 buckets per optical circuit there, 20 buckets per optical computer. The mainframe is 40 buckets of supercoolant, and then you get even higher up, the pico circuits and the quantum circuits, like, it gets pretty crazy. Oh, that one actually does not use it. So, just kidding. The pico circuits in the other one. But, yeah, these optical mainframes, just massive amounts of supercoolant. So, I need to possibly... We need to probably not have that as an active crafting recipe. I think we need to set that up. Fortunately, it is a tad annoying to set up because it is two items and like a fluid in a mixer. So I think maybe if I do, just trying to think, how do I could do this on a, we could do stocking input buses. I'm debating, well, should we set these up for active crafting, or should I set these up like one could do IC2 coolant, one could do super coolant, and just have it passive crafting the whole time? Should we do it on a subnet? So many things to figure out how I want to do. But it's actually really fun trying to figure all this stuff out. Okay, we are back. And as I was starting to place all the input buses and the stocking hatches, I changed my mind. I think I'm just going to have a dedicated 32 of the mixers just for producing those billions of IC2 coolant. Instead of just producing it continuously, I think we're going to do it this way over here. I've also been trying to remember to do, like, increase the amounts. I mean, you could even do more. You don't have to have it at 64. I don't know. I'm just so used to Minecraft 64. It just feels like such a good number. So I just want to make sure this works. I have gone ahead and turn these all on. I do have it set to voiding excess items because I don't want to. There is crushed ice. We're already voiding the crushed ice that we produce from the super coolant recipe. I'm just doing it. It's in the main base. It's just being voided. So I'm like, why don't we just void it at the source so we don't have to worry about it. All right. Okay, cool. So there is that. Man, it's like almost instantaneous. You see how fast that went? And then we'll do that, see if that works as well. I think it did, because it already disappeared. Now, how about like 100 million? Or a billion. There we go. We'll craft up a billion. Oh, there it goes. Yep, they all turned on. Might missed batch mode on that one. Missed void mode on that one. So this is kind of why I like to test this stuff out, so I can see if I've made screw ups, and I did. I made 2 little ones there, but yeah, that was really quick. If you remember, we that was taking quite a while to craft up the 25 billion super coolant. Well, that took what, 10 seconds to do a billion, so that is much better. I do I noticed, I was wondering why this wasn't inserting all the optical assembly recipes into the thing, why I was only doing 513. Like, you can see it's not inserting them, and it's filled up the drives that we are using. So I may, forgot to claim that. Good thing I noticed that, otherwise that wouldn't have been producing power. I always wonder, like, I keep checking it. I'm like, is it actually running? Did I screw up? Which is definitely a possibility, but yeah, so I think that sorted out that. Head back to the base. Thankfully, having the charm of dislocation or whatever, not charm, what is it? Orb? Enhanced charm of dislocation. It's so easy to get back and forth. No having to worry about flying. Although with the space elevator, it was getting pretty easy doing that. I have noticed now the optical circuit recipe doesn't seem to be an issue. I want to craft up like 4 million more. Now it works. So I'm almost thinking it's something with the Xenoscene, that maybe it wasn't seeing it, or it was seeing double, which, like with the Universium, is very strange. That it was seeing like double of that in the recipe. So I don't know if that was the issue, but yeah, I haven't changed any recipes or anything. The only thing I have to do is having the Xenoscene run. So yeah, not entirely sure why that was doing that, but it is what it is. All right, well, that is gotten that taken care of. We will probably start another one. I was kind of waiting for some of these to clear out before I started another big craft, but I think we can do that. Yeah, so this is the row of these, and you can see this is actually full. So I may actually just switch them over. Maybe I'll switch them over to like digital singularities or something like that, just for the fun of it. I mean, I'm trying to, you know, get some other kind of cool, fun things to do other than just spamming machines. So I'm like, yeah, let's fill digital singularities with all these. Why not? We don't need to. I could throw another few of those in there. It doesn't even really matter. Like, this isn't... This, just because it's not putting the stuff in, it'll just put it in when it is ready and there's room. It doesn't matter, but I'm like, yeah, let's get it so it all goes in there. So there's no scheduled. It says it's all crafting. I don't know. I'll fix that, but I'm gonna wait till that is done. I mean, we've got them down pretty quick, but they can only craft up so fast. But yeah, anyway, that's gonna be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.